Hey guys, are you tired of those 200-page adventure books that are full of nothing but fluff? Well, you don't need any of that. Today you're going to write your own adventure using this, the Grit Fantasy RPG book.
All right, guys, today we're going to take a look at grit again, but this time we're going to use some of these awesome tools in the back of the book, or near the back of the book, or in the half of the book. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Open to page 49. All right. Yes. So this is a story builder. I don't prep. I pretty much GM by the seat of my pants, but I got a lot of people playing, so they must like me for some reason. I don't know. You guys know who you are. So yeah, let's take a look at these tables. I got my D20 here. I got my paper. I got my notes, and yeah, we're gonna get ready, and we're gonna make a grit adventure. So you can follow along, and I'm actually gonna type it all out at the end and provide it to all of you. So let's take a look. Let's go to camera 2. See you there. Bye. All right, let's take a look at the GM's Guide for Story Building. So we have a whole bunch of tables on 2 pages. So let's get an adventure prepped. Let's do it. All right, for the plot, let's roll a 16. That is restore. Okay. What are we restoring? I don't know yet. All right, let's go take a look at the terrain. We got a 14. 14, that's the plains. And the location, so I don't know yet. Location, 9. Some kind of settlement. Okay, little town in the plains. Why do we have to restore it? What are we restoring, or what's being restored? I don't know. 18. Ooh, a shrine. Okay. Is a shrine being restored? I don't know. Oh, what's that? Look at that. We got a little sneaky gnome bot. Have you found all the gnome bots in the pages? It's a little Easter egg. Then, next page, 50. Okay, now we get the good stuff. Okay, what's going to happen in this adventure? We have scattered goods, 12. Okay, scattered goods. I don't know yet. And another 12. Okay, eerie chanting. Okay, eerie chanting and a shrine. That can mean only one thing. Cultists. Yes. We're gonna make cultists in this adventure. And another 12. What's going on? Okay, gurgling gore. Okay, now we got something. Restoring gurgly gore. Oh, what's going on with these cultists, I wonder? And an 11. Okay, this is getting freaked out for a minute there. Starlit sigils. Okay, in the shrine, perhaps some kind of altar that these cultists are praying to. Where does this gurgling gore come from? I don't know yet. All right, let's take a look at some events, get some ideas. All right, we got a 7, which is violent shockwave. What is the violent shockwave? The cultists are restoring, calling upon some elder god. And the god, when it comes out, shall initiate some kind of violent shockwave and just decimate the town or something like that. Sure. Wandering horde. Oh, don't do that. Wandering horde. Okay. I don't know. Maybe that's like the, before the adventurers come into town, maybe some media res kind of thing. Maybe they're fighting some kind of horde of goblins or orcs or something, and then after the fight, they wander into some kind of strange town with some kind of cult forces going on. Oh, it's a nice Call of Cthulhu adventure. My kind of game. I love it. Okay. What else? Oh, number 8. Awakened Entity. Okay, this is definitely Call of Cthulhu stuff. We got cultists, awakened entities, sigils. This is some freaky deaky stuff going on here, man. What's going on in this town? And a vermin plague. Interesting. So, the adventurers finish fighting some kind of forces, introduce them really quick to some kind of quick action. The players, that's always got them excited. After the battle, they have some wounds. They go to the nearest town, and maybe the town is under some kind of plague, and the cultists try to summon this creature to save the town, and they make a bargain they're not ready for. And with the eerie chanting going on, oh, and the scattered goods. So like the cultists enter this shrine, and before they go in, they're like, oh, they discard their clothes, and they go inside, and they're all naked, and they're chanting. And the party comes upon this town and these people, and then during the ritual, they summon this creature or a portion of it, and it like causes the cultists to like mutate and transform, and that's the gurgling gore and tentacles and stuff and goo. And then when they finally get the creature, maybe it comes out, and that's also some gurgling gore. So you got some like gloop gores and stuff in this game, which I love. So yeah, let's take those ideas and throw something together real quick. Why not? Yeah, come with me. Watch this. Hey guys, we're back. So it actually was a different amount of time. I rolled those tables, and then I played this 2 times with 2 different groups. One duo, so me and one other player, and then I played with another group, which was like 3 people, and kind of polished it up a little bit. Still probably needs some things here and there. I never am satisfied because every time I play it, I kind of do different because my adventures are just kind of notes really than anything, like tomes of adventure, you know. So I took all those prompts, I worked them in my head a little bit, and then I turned it into a little adventure. And if you're going to play this, don't look. But whatever. I mean, if your GM is like me, it'll change no matter what. So it doesn't matter. So we got, actually, let us bring this down a little bit. All right, there we go. That's better, I think. So what do we got? I called it the Shrine of Thrung. And that's like the name of the outsider deity Cthulhu-y thing. And we got Great Fantasy RPG compatible. And this is by, of course, the great Gnomebot Studios, the maker of Grit. Anyway, so I got this little trifold here. It's perfect for at the table. Don't do that because it's got stuff on the back. But I tried to make it so you just kind of open it up one little section at a time per what you're doing. So let's take a look inside, shall we? I set it up so it's pretty easy to go through. It kind of opens like in stages. On the back, you have just a little background information if you want to use it. If not, make your own stuff up, as I always do. Just kind of tells you how this cult kind of came to be. And then based on the first game I played with my buddy, he had some cool ideas what to do, like after they finished and this shrine was destroyed. So I kind of added that as an idea, as a closing, like an option that you can feed in to kind of take this somewhere else. So let's see what's going on. So first we open up, the first thing you see is the in media res, the horde as I rolled up. So in that, I kind of made them some hobgoblins. They're medium-sized, scrawny, fierce, and tricksy. And they have the stats here. They have some shoddy swords, so they break when you roll a 1 or a 2. and then a poor wooden shield. So it's a single use, and it soaks once, so they can use it to block one attack, and then after that, it's destroyed. So they have, was it number of creatures equals player +2. So we had a duo, so it was 2 of us. So we had a total of 4 creatures. But we took them out pretty quick because they're just little moobs here, mooks. And then once they tend to their wounds, they find this town, the town of Stoneford. And then I just kind of made a little map here, and then there's like some general ideas of what it looks like, but you can kind of make it however you want. Then on this side, it kind of points to each one of these. You got like an entry and main passage, what's going on there, an old inn, what's going on there. There's actually, they end up going to the inn, they find the old dude, and he kind of tells them a background of the town, and he says, "We'll see you later. I'm going to the shrine now." And then they're just like, "What?" And then they go out on the spooky town, and they just see all the villagers are gone. But there's some other little places to go through here. And then once you kind of go through that, then you open again as dusk approaches. There's all these people just kind of walking towards a shrine. They see those discarded things. They can't see, it's dark. Outside the shrine, it ends up being like, as they walk up, there's like all these discarded items that people brought, clothes, little child's dolly and stuff. They like throw everything in these piles and forsake their worldly possessions to atone and gain this entity's trust or whatever kind of thing. And they go inside, and then the adventurer's like, "What's going on?" And then they go in, and they see these like naked people like chanting, just like we had. But eventually, we have the starlit sigils. So there's this like onyx statue in the back that this priest has made. They start glowing as the chanting climaxes, and as that happens from this onyx stone, it sends a blast. That violent shockwave I rolled up is also there, and then it starts affecting some people. The priest mutates, of course, because you got to have a mutant priest cult dude, and then a couple of the townsfolk turn into these like ghoulish creatures with like bone spikes and stuff coming out of their skin. Mutated townsfolk here, and they're hungry and feral, and they just start chowing down on the other cultists, and some are like screaming and running away and hiding under pews or whatever. And then you have the mutated priest who's like insane, laughing, black robe, tentacled. He's got a psycho wave attack and a tentacle attack as he mutates. And then after you defeat them, like you just have all this goop and stuff, and the priest is like laughing as he oh, okay. Error on the phone there. So he's as the priest is laughing and dying, and he starts mutating and starting to ooze and turn into like a blob of sinew and bone and muscle and goo. And then all of a sudden, these other goo creations that you defeated, the other townsfolk, they all come together, and then it starts forming this blob of goo, and then like other eldritch energies happen, and then all of a sudden this Cthulhu creature just comes out from this blob and is formed, and then they have to defeat it, and it's quite powerful. Thrung, the outsider, it's a roiling mass of slime, bone, and sinew, and it's when you first see it, it's I kind of made a sanity roll almost, a hard valor roll plus, and if you fail it, you take a +1 damage on the first sight of this creature. But it's just a one time, at least that's how it worked. And then I made like a little attack matrix, because I like when that happens in Dragonbane and whatever. Kind of makes it fun, keeps the GM on his toes, makes it exciting. So if they roll a 1, it does a grapple attack, all near opponents, and then they have to burst out with a might roll. And then number 2 is a psych bolt versus an average valor roll, or you take 2 damage. It can also expel pulp worms, 2d4 of them. They're really weak, but they're fun little things to freak people out with, and they're little slimy flesh creatures with a biting mouth. think the things from Trimmers, but smaller and kind of gooier. And then the fourth is just a bite and claw attack. So yeah, that's it. That's my little adventure I made. And then again on the back, you got the little closing that they could do. So after the first player, he destroyed everything, set the shrine on fire to purify it, and then he told the old people and the Innskeep, who he made friends with kind of before the Innskeep disappeared, and somehow managed to survive. He taught that guy to revere the old gods again and destroy these false gods. And then he took like a stone. He found this stone because he was playing a giant, and he took this stone and he said, "Let this be the new cornerstone of the new shrine to the old gods and revere them again." And then there's kind of like a little closing scene as they rebuilt the shrine, and then they reinstalled the old gods, and that townskeep became the new village head. And then he brought peace upon the village again, and the crops regrew. Yes, I forgot about that. I used the crops. If you look at the entry main passage, as they kind of come into this town, the crops are all decayed and dying, and there's like little rats scurrying around. So once they revere the old gods again, then the crops return and the plague is vanished. So yeah, I took all the little prompts, made this little adventure. Anyway, if you want to check it out, go check it out on Thru. I got a link below, and it's pay what you want. So it's free. Let me know what you think about it. And if you ever throw me a shilling, I won't complain. It helps me do other things and lets me know that people like it. So yeah, check it out, and we'll see you again on Rocket Punch.